Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm okay. It's the weekend, and I'm at work.
Well, not for long, though. Just a short while. And we've got a guest coming up. That's going to take part of the program. I had somebody ask me, why is Heidi never in there for the interviews with the guests? And I said, because
why is that?
Because she's extremely rude to people. And they wouldn't have it. No, that's not what it is. She doesn't like to be. Do you want to be involved in the guest interviews?
No.
Listen to her during Tuesdays with Charlie. She loves being a part of that. Now, imagine...
That's my dad.
Imagine me doing an interview with somebody and her just snubbing them. That's what happens. So. When it's all done, they're like, I thought Heidi was going to be on the interview. And I'm like, she was. She just had nothing to say to you. Anyway, we have Aspen... oh, dang it. Who do I have? APennyLost is the name of the book she's got. We're going to be chatting with Aspen coming up later in the show. Also, I got some quotes here. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. And if you want happiness for a lifetime, help someone else. I love that. That's from Anonymous. And our Sunday quote is, it doesn't matter if you try and try and try again and fail. It does matter if you try and fail to try again. See? They're saying, you got to keep trying.
Yeah,
that's from Charles Kettering. A couple of fun quotes right there for the weekend edition of the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Do you shop online? Do you know anyone else that shops online? Come on, it's 2017. Most people buy at least some things online every month. How would you like to save money and earn money from that shopping? There's an interesting new program that allows you to sign up for free. No credit card needed. Then you can save money when you buy online at many of the major sites. Plus, there's a way to earn money, too. Watch the video with all of the details at radiosavings.com. Save money and earn money. Radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com. Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
Thought you'd never ask. Let's do the whole darn weekend. Saturday, the 29th of July, Army Chaplain Corps Anniversary, International Chicken Wing Day, Lasagna Day, National Chicken Wing Day. See, it all lines up with the international.
I see.
Also, National Dance Day, National Lipstick Day, Rain Day, System Administrator Appreciation Day. That's all Saturday. Sunday is Cheesecake Day. Already ahead. I mean... hands down. That's the winner. Father-in-Law Day, Friendship Day, Healthcare Now, Medicare's birthday, International Day of Friendship, National Chicken and Waffles Day. See, that's something I've never gotten.
Chicken and waffles?
Yeah, there's people that eat those two things together. I've never
What?
done that. I don't know. It's just not my thing. Also, National Support Public Education Day. It is also Paperback Book Day and World Day Against Trafficking in Persons.
It's a big day.
A lot of stuff going on. Get out there and celebrate.
John and Heidi.
Wouldn't it be great to have a new car and to always have a new car? You can with lowerlease.com. We teach you how to get the best lease deals available. We have clients that have used our system to get a brand new $25,000 vehicle for just $250 per month. You pick the car you want and let us show you how to get the lease payment you want too. This is a proven system that has people driving new cars with no money down. Sign and drive a new car with a lower lease payment at lowerlease.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We have your brain on drugs coming up. We've got your moment of dull later in the show. Got your scoop of the day before you know it. And now, a terrified woman in the UK called for help after finding a tarantula the size of her hand in a cabinet in her home. When help arrived, they found this 8-legged creature was just a giant plastic toy. How dumb would you feel if you
I would feel so stupid.
Like, okay, we got it taken care of. Did you want this toy back? Oh, that's just a toy? Never mind. Get your brain on drugs coming up.
John and Heidi.
Each day at this time, we talk about people doing dumb things under the influence, but addiction is no laughing matter. If you or someone you know needs help, there's a toll-free number you can call.
1-800-438-0380.
That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline.
1-800-438-0380.
And this is your brain on drugs. An Ann Arbor, Michigan man who had taken some LSD was arrested after being found completely naked chasing seagulls at a state park. Well then, now we know what LSD does. Makes you chase seagulls in the nude. Hey, I've got something else I wanted to share, and I think this is the perfect place to do it. Evidence shows that drinking is bad for you, and it's for your image, even if you don't open your mouth. Holding a glass of alcohol makes you look stupider. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, whether you drink beer or wine. If people see you drinking, they think you are dumber than you otherwise would appear without the alcohol in your hand. Well then, so now I don't know what to think about you, Heidi.
I disagree.
I know you disagree.
I disagree.
You're drinking right now. What are you doing? No, she's not really. I shouldn't say stuff like that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your brain on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, time for big screen, little screen. This really could be the dullest film ever made. It's Baba Land. So they had La La Land. I guess it's Baba Land. Maybe that's how you do it.
Okay.
It's an epic 8-hour slow-mo film. It's a slow-motion film about sheep. Yeah.
Who
a film
cares?
with no dialogue for 8 hours about sheep. Baba Land, again, kind of poking fun at La La Land, features no actors, no talking, and it doesn't even have a plot line to keep audiences hooked.
Much like La La Land.
In all fairness, we never watched that. So,
but if I
I've
had
not
to
heard-
choose between the two,
I've
which
not
one
heard
I
good
would
things.
probably go and see, I
Hey,
would probably choose the one about the sheep.
Some movies that came out this week, speaking of movies, Ghost in the Shell. Have you ever heard of this?
I don't think so.
Okay. Boss Baby. I've heard of that. Gifted. We saw Gifted. That was really a good movie. That was about that little girl. Remember that? The one
Oh,
that
yeah,
said,
that one
she
was
just
good.
like-
That was
Yeah.
very good.
Unforgettable. I don't know what that is. Duck Dynasty Season 11 came out on DVD. Girls, the complete 6th and final season, and Pretty Little Liars, the complete 7th and final season. All of those came out on DVD this week. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
John and Heidi.
Are you trying to lose weight? I know the struggle. I've been overweight much of my life. I recently started the easiest weight loss program I've ever tried, and it's working great. I've lost almost 30 pounds, but I'm hearing amazing stories from others that have tried it too. One that's already lost 20 pounds, and another that's been doing this longer than I have that's lost almost 100 pounds. Want to try it for free? You can at pinkdrinkfree.com. Request your free sample right now at pinkdrinkfree.com. That's pinkdrinkfree.com. Now your scoop of the day. Hawaii it's kind of interesting. They're taking North Korea's new ballistic missile capability seriously. In Hawaii, they're making plans for what to do in case of an attack. First thing, make sure you stock up on Spam. Just kidding. See, their state has more Spam than any other state. They eat a lot of Spam there. Fall weather will reportedly be extremely hot in the good old US of A. According to the Weather Channel, the East Coast and the South and the Midwest will all experience higher than average temperatures starting in September and lasting all the way through November. So don't put your swim trunks away, kids. Also, the only spot spared from the unseasonal balminess is the Northwest. So one more reason to not live there. As temperatures climb this summer, a college in China helped teachers and students beat the heat by giving away 30 tons of watermelon. That's an interesting way to stay cool.
I saw a guy in Asia that was walking around. He had this device where it was a portable shower.
Really?
And he created it, strapped on his back, and there was a shower head above his head. And every time he got too hot, he just kind of pushed this button and it would turn the shower on. He was walking around like that.
Okay.
I thought it was brilliant. I was like, you would love this. And so would our daughter. Oh, yeah.
No, I don't think I would do that.
Our daughter would.
I don't know. Apple has shared some of the new emoji that will be coming out later this year. One of the emojis they shared is a zombie, another is a T-Rex, a zebra, a mind-blown emoji, some vomit, which is, of course, necessary, breastfeeding emoji, and yoga emoji. So, for those of you who use emojis, there you go, G. See, I don't use emojis.
I really don't very
just
often
not
at all.
really-
Once in a while, I'll stick a smiley face at the end of
Oh,
something.
there you go. I'll do that. And here's the way I do it. I do it with this little button here and that one and that one. So 3. That probably doesn't work on the radio. But it's just like I type out a smiley face.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it turns it into an emoji smiley face. And then people think I'm technical. And I'm really not. So for those of you who thought that I was real technical.
It's actually easier to click on the emoji than it is to type out the smiley face. But
So
I'm not going to judge.
So many things that I do are not the easy way. How many times have you made fun of me the way I type?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I can turn swipe on your phone. I'm like, hey, don't touch me. Swipe or no swiping. Get away from me.
Swipe or no swiping.
If you are proudly dropping your pizza boxes into the recycling bin after you polish off all the pizza.
You can't recycle pizza boxes.
You cannot put a greasy pizza delivery box in the... You're not helping Mother
Which I
Earth.
don't understand.
According-
if they can recycle cardboard, they can recycle it. Or,
Well,
here's
the
who
thing.
cares if there's a little bit of grease on it?
Here's who cares. It says, according to this website, used pizza boxes cannot be recycled. Experts at Stanford University offer this explanation, Heidi. Pizza boxes are made from corrugated cardboard. However, the cardboard becomes soiled with grease and cheese and other foods once the pizza has been placed in the box.
So?
Once soiled, the papers cannot be recycled because the paper fibers will not be able to be separated from the oils during the pulping process. Food is a major source of contamination in the various paper categories. I don't know why the guy from Stanford University
That
would
was a
talk
little
that way.
judgmental.
Well, I don't know. I just figured they're getting kind of worked up right now about a pizza box. So there you go. And finally, because I can't end on that note, a guy in China is breathing better after doctors removed a bottle cap from his throat. This almost became one of my
Brain on drugs?
brain on drug stories, because it could have been because he swallowed a bottle cap while opening a beer with his teeth.
I used to do that.
I know. You've got
I had
some
to quit
chips.
when I chipped my teeth.
That says everything you need to know about Heidi right
I used
there.
to do that at parties all the time. People were like, hey, open this. And I'd crack them open with my mouth.
What happened to your teeth? I have no clue. All right. Coming up, we got a special guest that probably doesn't open beer bottles with her teeth. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll ask her if she does. That's on the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Join us this November for 80s in the Sand.
Talk about a trip back in time.
80s in the Sand is in beautiful Punta Cana, Dominican Republic.
Featuring awesome bands like Loverboy, Starship, Night Ranger, Howard Jones, and many more.
Plus, you'll get a chance to meet 80s icons like Anthony Michael Hall, Andrew McCarthy, and many others.
You can book your trip back to the 80s now at 80sinthesand.com.
Use promo code RADIO to save $200 per person at 80sinthesand.com.
We'd love it if you'd join us.
That's 80sinthesand.com.
John and Heidi.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We've got a special guest joining us right now. Aspen Bassett is on the line. She is a young adult book author, and she's got a new book called A Penny Lost, and we're going to chat with her about that right now. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
Very good. We're excited to chat with you here. Now, this book, A Penny Lost, is this your first book, or have you done other books as well?
This is my first full novel. I have published a few short stories in the past.
Very cool. Now, what was it that made you decide to start with this one, A Penny Lost?
Well, I was in college, and I was taking, just on the side, these chakra and aura classes and just basic meditation, and I realized how little I knew about self-care and empowerment and how to be truly you. And, nobody around me knew either. So I decided to write a book about a young girl who saw the spirit and who people truly were and how that affected her life.
Very cool. And you're saying that this can help teens find the superhero inside themselves. Now, what does that mean to find the superhero inside myself?
Really what I mean is the spark, that something special and completely unique part of them that only they can contribute. Only they can see the world the way that they see it. Only they understand it the way that they understand it. But that interpretation, the way that they live and they give and they share could be exactly what someone else needs to get the upper hand in their own life. So embracing what makes them special could actually help them become superheroes and save the people around them.
That's awesome. Now, being a superhero is more than just, the grand sword fights and the epic one-liners, isn't it?
Yes. And even if we, come across a hero in our movies or books, and no matter what superhero they claim to have, there's always one consistency that makes them a superhero, and that's when they see someone in need, they stop and help. It's not really any cool ability to deflect bullets, but their conscious choice to test that ability for the sake of another.
That's nice. And you know what? That's a good thing. That's a good quality to have, really.
Yeah, exactly. And, sometimes it can be something really tiny. I had a friend back in college who, she was just having this horrible day. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. And then she went into a coffee shop, and the stranger in front of her bought her coffee for her.
Oh.
It's like best day of the week, And she still tells that story, years later. She doesn't know why she was mad, but she remembers.
Well, and that's cool that she doesn't even remember what the bad things were, but she does remember that good thing. That's awesome.
Exactly, yeah.
So now, how can we be superheroes in our own lives?
I think it's really simple. If you see something wrong, do something about it. That's the motto I try my hardest to live by, but, I know I'm not 100%, which is why it's so important that we work together as a community and as a world, because none of us can fix everything, but everybody can fix something. And if everybody pitches in, the world would be populated by that many more heroes. And I personally recommend random acts of kindness, being nice to somebody when you're in a bad mood. I work in a public service as a library advisor, and I cannot express enough the gratitude I have for all of those people who have had terrible days, who came into the library as a last hope for a good book, only to listen to me say it's not here, and who chose to smile and improve the situation instead of get really angry. Sometimes it really is as simple as that, but I would call those people heroes to my day.
Nice. Yeah, because I suppose the way they reacted could make a big difference on your day, couldn't it?
Exactly, and to the day of everybody else in the library. It's those random acts of kindness, those conscious choices to improve the situation. They can make or break way more days than you can think possible. Absolutely.
Again, our guest right now is Aspen Bassett, and she is the author of a book called A Penny Lost. The book is available right now. And Aspen, if folks listening would like to buy this book, where can they find it?
You can find it on Amazon. That would probably be the easiest place to find it. If you just Google or Amazon search A Penny Lost, you can find it there. And it is available in paperback and ebook form.
Very nice. Well, thank you so much for taking some time to visit with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It was a lot of fun to chat. And again, our guest today, Aspen Bassett. Her book is called A Penny Lost. It's available right now, and we'll have a link to it on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Do you shop online? Do you know anyone else that shops online? Come on, it's 2017. Most people buy at least some things online every month. How would you like to save money and earn money from that shopping? There's an interesting new program that allows you to sign up for free. No credit card needed. Then you can save money when you buy online at many of the major sites. Plus, there's a way to earn money, too. Watch the video with all of the details at radiosavings.com. Save money and earn money. Radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A sneeze travels at about 100 miles per hour. Woo! It's a super fast sneeze.
That is fast.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Earth has traveled more than 5,000 miles in just the last 5 minutes. So we're cruising through space pretty darn fast on Spaceship Earth. We're going faster than I thought. Hey, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It would take a sloth a month to travel 1 mile.
I love sloths.
Do you really?
Is that the plural for sloth? Is it sloths?
I think it's
or is
slothin'.
it slothin'?
I don't know what it is. Sleuths. I don't know. And a final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
10% of the world's population is left-handed. That means about 89% of the world's population are right-handed. And then there's 1% that's other. They're like no-handed.
Okay.
I'm assuming. I have no clue. All I know is this has been a couple of fun facts, courtesy of pinkdrinkfree.com. Not just another diet, it's a way of life. That's pinkdrinkfree.com.
John and Heidi.
Are you trying to lose weight? I know the struggle. I've been overweight much of my life. I recently started the easiest weight loss program I've ever tried, and it's working great. I've lost almost 30 pounds, but I'm hearing amazing stories from others that have tried it too. One that's already lost 20 pounds, and another that's been doing this longer than I have that's lost almost 100 pounds. Want to try it for free? You can at pinkdrinkfree.com. Request your free sample right now at pinkdrinkfree.com. That's pinkdrinkfree.com.
John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend. Coming up, we've got some weird news. We're going to be talking about an interesting job. Also, going to talk about, for our moment of duh, oh man, sometimes the stories are just so ridiculous, you couldn't even make them up if you wanted to. Our moment of duh today is quite the doozy about a guy that literally got himself stuck in the middle of a crime, and we'll tell you all about that in a bit. It's all coming up on this weekend edition of the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Wouldn't it be great to have a new car and to always have a new car? You can with lowerlease.com. We teach you how to get the best lease deals available. We have clients that have used our system to get a brand new $25,000 vehicle for just $250 per month. You pick the car you want and let us show you how to get the lease payment you want too. This is a proven system that has people driving new cars with no money down. Sign and drive a new car with a lower lease payment at lowerlease.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, some weird news this weekend. Some jobs are better than others, Heidi, like a mattress tester. That'd be a pretty cool job.
I could do that job.
Ooh, get to lay and say, it's a little too lumpy. Nope, this one's a little too soft. Is that kind of what the Goldilocks did? Was she a mattress tester?
She was laying on
pretty much?
mattresses, yeah.
How about an ice cream taster? Oh, that would be good. Or how about this job? Dressing up as a panda to play with panda cubs. Yeah, it's a real job.
Oh, fun.
In China, people get to dress up in a panda costume and cuddle with the panda cubs all day.
Oh.
And it's actually a lot of work. The caretaker's job is to teach the cubs to live without humans so they could potentially survive in the wild. Living with humans, or at least humans that look like humans, can lead to attachment, which could hinder a panda's chances of survival once they are released. I've got a video, by the way, if you'd like to see what that looks like. It's quite the deal.
But a giant panda shaped like a human isn't going to affect them at all.
It looks more like a panda, and it's just a person in there playing panda. So
is it a little person?
No, you'll see. It's a panda-sized person. I've got the video at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Weird news brought to you by lowerlease.com. Professional help in your search for a vehicle. That's lowerlease.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh. An Israeli thief found himself literally stuck in his life of crime during his moment of duh. He was trying to attempt to steal a car radio, which why would you do that? I mean, most cars already have a radio. Why would you steal it?
And
who's going to buy it?
radios aren't that expensive.
I just don't get it. That's a dumb thing to steal. Things went embarrassingly wrong. The thief was leaning through the car window in order to remove the car stereo, but his hand punched a button that closed the window.
Oh, no.
And he got stuck in the window. Couldn't come out, couldn't get in. The car's owner, who was alerted by the crook's cries for help, had to rescue the thief, but not before, of course, calling the police. So as soon as they unstuck him from the window, they restuck him in some handcuffs and also turned on the radio while they drove him to the police station. So there you go. That was in Israel. It's good to know that we're not the only country in the world with morons, because, I would hate to see that happen. But this guy, not the brightest bulb on the old Christmas tree.
John and Heidi.
Join us this November for 80s in the Sand.
Talk about a trip back in time.
80s in the Sand is in beautiful Punta Cana, Dominican Republic.
Featuring awesome bands like Loverboy, Starship, Night Ranger, Howard Jones, and many more.
Plus, you'll get a chance to meet 80s icons like Anthony Michael Hall, Andrew McCarthy, and many others.
You can book your trip back to the 80s now at 80sinthesand.com.
Use promo code RADIO to save $200 per person at 80sinthesand.com.
We'd love it if you'd join us.
That's 80sinthesand.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Coming your way, we've got some good news. I'm excited to get to some good news. Also, I want to say thank you to Renee, because she sent me a story for our Brain on Drugs, and I just got that, so I'm going to share that on Monday, on the Monday edition of the show.
Nice.
And I wanted to let people know you're welcome to do that. Anytime you've got a story that you go, hey, this would be a good one for your moment of duh, or this would be a good one for whatever, send it to me, and I'll gladly use those. You can send that to us through Facebook on our page, and it's facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
Always like to wrap up this program with some good news, and I think we got some good news. The art of old-fashioned handwritten letters. You don't see that happen much these days. A lot of kids don't know how to write nothing, and I don't know how to speak, apparently, because I just said a whole lot of things that don't fit together. Non-existent, almost, for the younger generation. But a 28-year-old poet by the name of Jody Ann Bickley plans to write 1 million letters. The letters will be to people who need a bit of advice or help with something in their life. She would know, of course, having overcome her own suicidal tendencies. It seems when she was 23, she was bitten by a tick and developed something called encephalitis. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. Encephalitis. I think I got it that time. Anyway, it's a rarity that only happens to about 1 in 200,000 people who are bitten. It led to a stroke, resulting in her being paralyzed on one side of her body. However, she taught herself to write again, and her project, 1 million lovely letters, is the continuation of this. The continuation? Continuation of this. I'm sure that's what that's supposed to say. Anyway, she's been writing letters and notes to strangers since she was 11. In fact, if you'd like to email, I will give you her email on our social media page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And if you'd like, you can ask her to write a letter to you. Be patient, though, because she's got a whole lot of them to get through. On her website, it says here, to every other person on the planet, I'm going to write you a letter. A letter just to make the day a bit better, or to remind you of the bloody amazing stuff about you that you've forgotten, because we all forget once in a while. So, I wonder where she's getting the money for the stamps, because that's like $500,000. You think she's...
and if they're overseas letters, if they have to go... Yeah, that's crazy.
I sure hope she's got a sponsor, because that's a lot of dough. Anyway.
I think it's lovely. I think it's a great idea.
Couldn't you just send out an email? I'm just saying. Anyway, if you'd like to know more, it's on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Good news brought to you by 80sinthesand.com. A week-long event in Punta Cana this November. Heidi and I will be there. More info at 80sinthesand.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.